The lights are low in a crowded club somewhere in Sao Paulo. No announcement. No build-up. Just a bass line sliding into the room like a secret. At first, only a few people recognize it. A woman near the bar freezes mid-conversation. Someone laughs loudly. Across the dance floor, a group begins moving before the chorus even arrives, as if their bodies already know what's coming. Then the hook hits, and suddenly strangers are dancing together. Phones rise. Smiles widen. For 3 minutes and 45 seconds, nothing else matters. Not deadlines, not heartbreak, not politics, not distance. Just rhythm. Thousands of miles away in Seoul, another crowd is doing the same thing. In London, a late-night car ride turns into a sing-along. In Lagos, a wedding DJ watches the dance floor explode. None of these people know each other, but they are all contributing to the same invisible counter ticking upward on one platform. 999,999,900,000. And then, quietly, without fireworks or headlines at first, the number turns over. 1 billion. And in that exact moment, a song called Cuff It becomes something else entirely. But what happened next changed everything. Streaming numbers often feel cold, abstract, easy to scroll past. But behind every play is a decision. Someone pressed play while cooking dinner. Someone replayed it after breakup. Someone used it as motivation during a workout. Someone danced alone in their bedroom, needing joy they couldn't explain. 1 billion streams means 1 billion emotional moments. When the song first appeared on Beyoncé's album Renaissance, it wasn't even positioned as the obvious global smash. Critics loved the project's sonic ambition, a tribute to dance music history, disco roots, house culture, and freedom on the dance floor. Yet few predicted that this particular track would become the slow-burning heartbeat of the era. And that is what makes this story powerful. Because this wasn't instant success. It was earned gradually, almost mysteriously. To understand the billion-stream milestone, you have to travel back to a time when silence surrounded Beyoncé. Years passed between major solo releases. The world changed. Social media accelerated. Viral fame replaced longevity. Algorithms decided trends faster than artists could respond. Many wondered whether traditional album eras still mattered. Then came anticipation. Rumors started quietly. Studio sightings. Collaborator whispers. Fans analyzing cryptic website updates late at night. When Renaissance finally arrived, it didn't chase trends. It ignored them. The album felt intentional, immersive, almost rebellious in its refusal to be rushed. Instead of singles designed purely for charts, the project flowed like a DJ set meant to be experienced in motion. And buried within its tracklist was Cuff It, a song dripping with funk guitars, warmth, and celebration, a sonic throwback that felt strangely futuristic. At first, listeners simply enjoyed it. Then something unexpected happened. They kept coming back. Streaming culture usually rewards immediacy. Songs spike fast and disappear faster. But Cuff It moved differently. Weeks passed, then months. Instead of fading, the track grew louder in everyday life. TikTok creators began choreographing routines. Wedding DJs noticed consistent requests. Radio programmers, initially cautious, saw audience reactions they couldn't ignore. The industry began asking questions. Why was this song increasing instead of declining? Some executives believe nostalgia played a role. Others argued it was timing. Audiences emerging from years of isolation craving joy and connection. But fans described something simpler. It made them feel free. And freedom spreads faster than marketing. Meanwhile, on Spotify, the numbers climbed steadily, almost stubbornly, like a marathon runner passing sprinters who had already burned out. No sudden explosion, just relentless growth. And no one saw what was coming. Nearly a year after release, a remix and dance challenge ignited a second life for the song. Normally, This stage marks nostalgia, a reminder of a past hit. Instead, Cuff It felt new again. Teenagers who hadn't followed Beyoncé's earlier eras discovered her for the first time. Older fans felt transported back to disco nights and carefree summers. Dance instructors uploaded tutorials. Fitness classes adopted it. Roller skating videos flooded timelines. The song crossed generations simultaneously. Music historians began noticing something rare. The track behaved like pre-streaming classics that built cultural permanence rather than temporary popularity. And suddenly, analysts realized the trajectory pointed somewhere extraordinary. The billion mark was no longer impossible. It was inevitable. Imagine being an artist who has already broken records, sold out stadiums, and reshaped pop culture. Yet watching one song grow almost independently, powered by listeners rather than promotion. There is a quiet humility in that moment, because success no longer belongs to the creator alone. It belongs to everyone dancing. Fans posted stories about healing through music. Couples shared engagement videos soundtracked by the chorus. Friends reunited on dance floors after years apart. The song became emotional glue. And with every replay, the counter kept rising. Closer, closer, closer. The day the milestone arrived wasn't dramatic inside corporate offices. No countdown clock broadcast worldwide. Just data, refreshing on a screen. 1 billion streams. A number so large it almost loses meaning until you imagine 1 billion individual moments of joy. Industry headlines followed quickly. Analysts praised longevity. Critics revisited the album's influence. Social media erupted with celebration videos from across continents. But the real climax wasn't online. It was happening everywhere music played. Because at that exact moment, somewhere, someone was hearing this song for the first time. After the milestone, conversations shifted. This wasn't simply another hit added to Beyoncé's catalog. It became evidence that audiences still reward authenticity and patience. Labels studied the phenomenon carefully. Artists realized longevity could outperform instant virality. Fans felt validated. Their repeated listening had shaped history. And the song continued climbing, proving the milestone wasn't an ending. It was a checkpoint. 1 billion streams doesn't just measure popularity. It measures connection. In an era defined by distraction, a song convinced millions to stay present long enough to dance, to smile, to move together even while apart. What made Cuff It powerful wasn't complexity. It was permission to celebrate, to release stress, to exist joyfully, without explanation. And maybe that's why it lasted. Because joy never goes out of style. Picture a future years from now. A new generation discovers the song the way people once discovered classic disco records. They won't remember charts or milestones. They won't know when it hit 1 billion streams. They will only know how it makes them feel. A beat starts. A chorus rises. And once again, strangers begin dancing together. The counter will keep moving unnoticed. Because some songs don't belong to a moment. They belong to everyone. And long after the numbers stop mattering, the music keeps playing. Somewhere, someone pressing play, choosing joy one more time.